Microphone is not muted. What about now? Anything now? Anything at all? Any sound? Any sound at all? Why is there no sound? Why is this not registering? This should be registering. It would be really nice if there... Oh, there we go. I got something, yeah? Check 1 2, check 1 2. Am I broadcasting voice? And just do that. Do I have voice? Check 1 2, check 1 2. Do I got voice? Do I got voice? I need voice. I want voice. Do I have voice? Am I making noise? Can anybody hear me? Anybody at all? Anybody hear me? So I'm still not getting a reading on my fucking phone. Well, let me ask the chatbot then. Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies flying. Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies dying. Butterflies are pretty and butterflies are cute. Butterflies, butterflies, I am not a mute. Something I learned from Justice. It's radio check. Or not radio check, microphone check. Okay, I'm getting a signal. Good. Fucking A, that was a pain in the ass. Alright. Yeah, watch out what you're doing, buddy. Alright, let's do some fucking flying. I don't want to fly the 190 though. I'll realign my screen. Let's pull up my favorite aircraft for just flying. Yeah, let's do it. Shit. Put that there. There we go. Flap set 10 degrees for takeoff. Parking brake off. Throttle up. Mixture set. Oh shit. No. There we go. Mixture set to auto rich. Nose down. Gaining airspeed. And take off. Gear up. Flaps up. Throttle set to cruise. 25 RPM, 35 pounds per square inch manifold pressure. Okay, confirm. Everything looks good. I'll level out. Well, since for whatever reason Spotify isn't working, so I can't have my fucking music. So, any of you poor bastards that listen to this shit excuse you, has to listen to my dumbass talking. Fucking love this plane. You know, give it a little more throttle. There's no reason to just fly a cruise. Let's do some nape of the earth flying. This will probably get me to crash. Which is half the fun of doing this shit. Fuck you. Holy fuck. Yeah, exactly my point. Might as well finish that. To battle. I don't know what fucking battle we're in. Last I checked, I had it set to free flight. But you know what? There's another P-51, so I might as well shoot his ass down because I can. Fucking squirrely bastard. Overshot him. Come on. Don't fuck with me. Don't fight me. There we go. I'm gonna reduce my throttle a little bit. Oh, hey, look. There's a bridge. I'm inclined to fly under it. Because I fucking can. I was a little low. Okay, maybe you might want to... Shit. Not maybe might want to shit. Maybe might want to reduce my throttle. Well, this is what we call an IFE, or an in-flight emergency. Airspeed is 200 miles per hour indicated. Let's put 30-degree flaps and gear down. Got a nice big field to land here. That's wings level, nose down, 100 knots indicated, and flare up for the emergency landing. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Fuck yeah. Any landing I can walk away from. I will be right back. Just heads up, the mic is still on. I got a hot mic. Which means the non-existent people can hear anything. Just picked up by the microphone. Yeah, I really like the Observer app on the PlayStation app. Wasn't out there like, hey, it's a matter what I did. At some point, I must have unintentionally muted the microphone in the broadcast app on the PlayStation. I mean, normally when I do broadcast, I get 2 or 3 people watching. But I usually have the music on so they can't hear me. Because YouTube automatically mutes it. But since, for whatever reason, Spotify's not working, I can't do that. I can't listen to music. So I figured, well, from the broadcast, at least I can talk and say whatever stupid shit I normally say. You know? How do you like my rooster tail? Good that you were able to put it up high. Can't braid it, but can put it up. All right. Okay. Get everything reset. Hey, look at that. That's a landing you can walk away from. Not bad. Get my flight stick back in my lap. There we go. Give me a drink of soda. Recenter everything. There we go. Back to battle. Okay. There we go. Just recentering the cockpit. RPM's right there at 24. Manifold pressure 35. And auto rich mixture is set. Flaps are up. All right. Let's fly close to the ground because it's exciting. There's a canal over here. Yeah, maybe I'll do a nice little trench run at full throttle. That'll be fun. That's the end of it right there. Actually, not really. There's an end right there. Let's go over there. We'll see how far I can get before I hit the water or bridge. Well, that ought to be interesting. I'll back off the throttle just a little bit, though. Don't want my oil temperature or my coolant temperature to get too high. And then I'll wind up blowing a gasket and destroying the motor. This is called a barrel roll. Oh yeah, that's right. The lake is an excellent starting point. There's a port of entry right there. I'm gonna reduce throttle to make my turning radius tighter. I'm gonna drop 10% flaps. Give me some maneuverability. And some additional lift. Alright. Drop right into the quote-unquote trench. Flaps up. Throttle up. Here we go. Well, that didn't take fucking long, did it? Well, shit. Fuck it. Let's try this again. That's why I like to fly with music. I find I fly more in the zone if I've, got something rocking out in my ears. By the way, the uprights on those bridge have no physics. You can literally clip right through them. There we go. Yeah, that looks cool. I'm going to start right where those buildings start and take the left fork. I'm going to get down right in here. There we go. And follow this canal. I call this the trench run. And I generally try not to fly above the buildings. I'm not always successful. I didn't even know that T was there. Shit. Stalling. Holy fuck. Can't believe I made that. That was pretty tight. Like, close. Not cool. That was very uncool. Hello, friend. Look, it's another P-51. I could either shoot it down or fly in formation with it. I think I'll try and shoot it down. Just get a good deflection angle. Well, not far enough out. Too high. Goodbye, motherfucker. Where's the other one? There should at least be one or two more flying around here with me. Those are very technically my wingmen. Where's the other one? Oh, there he is. Hello, friend. Yes, we're friends. Say hello to my other friend. Shit, I'm stalling. That's the thing about the Mustang. Oof, I am like way out of alignment. That's better. That's the thing about the Mustang. It's got a really high stall speed. You don't have to drop your airspeed much below 250 to stall. Without any flaps, anyway. You extend your flaps down to 30 degrees. You can actually fly this thing pretty slowly. Yeah, how do you like that shit, fuckhead? Ooh, fuck, he hit the ground. I'm guessing trying to recover from the stall himself. Ouch. Itchy ears. Ah, that's better. Alright. Well, that was fun. We'll just do some low flying. Why not? This thing balloons like fucking awesomely. I mean, like what people would call ballooning, pilots call ground effect. Which means there's enough lift or air moving under the wing that it actually pushes against the ground and against the bottom of the wing at the same time. It's kind of like a hovercraft, really. Fuck you, tree! And drop throttle. Let's see what we get for gliding. Dropping below 250. I'll put down 10 degrees of flap. Give our wings some more lift. Once we get below 50, we'll put it to 25%. Or 25 degrees flap. That'll give us even more lift. Although, it'll kill our airspeed. Just make the aircraft nearly uncontrollable at stall speeds. And give it just a little throttle. Jackson, stop that noise, please. Thank you. Now, and give her some throttle. Not a lot. Just enough that we can just float here on 25 degrees flaps. I mean, we're basically gliding. I'm going to give it just a little more throttle. My indicated airspeed, right there with the MPH on there. It's not increasing, but it's also not falling. We'll put it back up to 10 degrees flap, see if we get a little more airspeed. There we go. Not that I need to go this slow for sake of controlling the aircraft. I just don't want to be flying through here at like 50 million miles a second. I want to enjoy what I'm seeing. As a matter of fact, I'll give it 50% throttle, raise the flaps up. Yeah. So on the P-51C, standard cruising RPM is 24. So that's this gauge right here in the middle. Manifold pressure is 35, which is, yeah, average cruising speed. We got flaps up. Mixture set to auto rich. And this is what how you would normally fly the plane in transit. This is not combat settings. This is, I'm flying from point A to point B. So you know what? I'm just gonna fly this like I'm doing general aviation. Not doing complicated maneuvers. I'm just hand flying the aircraft. And ignoring the temptation to fly under a bridge. As a matter of fact, we're a little low for general aviation. We're less than 1,000 feet. Let's get to something reasonable. Let's get up to 5,000 feet. And give it enough RPM for climbs. This is about 30 RPM. You know, just a little under. Remember, we don't want to overheat the oil or the coolant. Man, let's get up to like 5,000 feet. Yeah, I wish there was some way you could see this in VR, so you would get the depth perception. Because it actually looks like I'm figuratively high as fuck. That's the airfield right there. Maybe I should try and do a landing, like practice my landing. Might not be a bad idea. Gonna have me some soda. Tired? Tired? Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go to bed here shortly. I just wanted to do some pleasure flying. Alright, here we go. So this middle gauge on the far left, the one with the long arm reaching, it looks like a clock. That's our altitude indicator. We are climbing through 4,000 feet, approaching 5,000. This thing with the little airplane and the line underneath it, it's called an artificial horizon. I'm going to go ahead and push the nose down and level that out. And we are now maintaining 5,100 feet. No, a little over. I'm going to realign my VR real quick. Yeah, that's better. 5,200 feet. This is an aileron roll. That's just a flat roll. This is called a barrel roll. And if you were to draw it on paper, it looks like a corkscrew. Let's give her full throttle. Gonna level out, pick up some speed. Right now we're at 300 miles an hour. Which, if I'm not mistaken, the documented top speed of the Mustang was 450 miles per hour. So I'm gonna trade some altitude for some speed. And you see that bottom one right there. And then I'm gonna pull up. And we're gonna do a loop. And if I roll right here, that's called an Immelman turn. I'm gonna reduce my throttle because I don't want to overheat the aircraft. And you can see right there on my little worksheet, those two bars in orange. One is my oil temperature, one is my coolant temperature. You can also see them on the temperature gauge right here, passing 80. That's a little high. So I'm going to reduce the throttle a little more. As a matter of fact, we'll probably bring it back to about cruising RPM and manifold pressure. Now, after I'm shit. Fuck. Really like it if these stop doing that. The little rubber dealing on this came out in my ear. And then I went to itch it, so I shoved it in there even further. So that's nice, huh? I'm going to do what's called a split S. I'm going to roll upside down and then pitch up. This was a technique used in World War II to change your direction quickly. Just like any aircraft, I'm exchanging altitude for speed. These are the principles of power management. Now, as you can see, where I was traveling about 350 miles an hour, now I'm doing about 450. And then we'll do an Immelman turn. And rolling wings level. Mostly. Well, let's see if we can't land this fucker and then I'll go to bed. I'm tired. Always make your first approach with the airfield on your left. So I got a good visual of the airfield. And we're going to fly out past the airfield. Slow the airplane down to get lined up with the runway. That is what's known as base turn on final approach. And give myself a little throttle so I can get out there a little further quickly. Remember though that for every mile per hour airspeed I have, I need to shed before I land. Ideal landing speed in this aircraft is 95 or so miles per hour, and right now I'm pushing 400. I gotta bleed off that energy somehow, and I'll show you how to do that. We're gonna do something called the lazy S. Oddly enough, the space shuttle did this to slow down when it was coming in for its final approach. However, it was going significantly faster than what I am right now when it started the maneuver. But the idea and the principles behind it are the same. The more you turn, the more airspeed you bleed off, especially if you chop the throttle down to idle, like I just did. So I'm at about 500 feet altitude. I'm gonna climb, roll slowly to the fuck you. Why would that be there? Well, okay, fine. We're going to do it here. Roll to the right and pitch up. The idea being to get my airspeed below 150 when I'm close to the runway. Every turn bleeds off speed. Sitting at just a little under 1,000 feet. Airfield's right there. Bring my speed down to about 200 with this turn. Every turn slows the aircraft down. Gonna roll wings level and gonna pitch up a little bit. Maintain a little bit of altitude. I got the runway on my right. About a mile out. Airspeed's approaching 150. I'm going to give her a little throttle so we don't drop too early. I'm also going to deploy 25 degrees worth of flaps and drop the landing gear. This is going to slow the aircraft down, which is one thing I don't want, so I'm going to give it just a little more throttle. I keep it right there between 200 and 150. And that little black dot is another airplane on the runway, but I'm going to get lined up on the center line. Now pitch up so I miss these trees. Now I'm going to chop the throttle back down to idle. You can see my airspeed is dropping quickly. I'm going to deploy full flaps. Confirm landing gear is down. Lining up on the center line. I'm going to pitch up and flare to slow my airspeed. And I just tapped the ground. That was a little early, but whatever. And that, I'll use my rudder pedals here to steer the aircraft. And apply some brake. And that is a nearly smooth as butter landing. I've had better. I've also had worse. I'm also going to shut the engine down. And that's how you land an airplane. It's hard, way harder than it fucking looks. But anyhow, yeah, thank you. That was fun. I'm tired now. I'm going to go to bed. Good night.